That's a fact. Hey, he just cancel all his shows.
Ain't a gang member no more.
Nah, ain't nothing.
That's what Shotty need to make sure he do.
Nah,
Tell that nigga that he not a gang member no more. He kicked out the whip. He was never a gang member. Nigga, Shotty need to expose him.
This shit crazy, son. But he doing that to make K9 think he don't got no relationship with Boy. That's what he trying to do. He trying to separate himself.
That's cool, but now you gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super duper, so.
I'm getting charged with all of this.
No, everybody's getting charged with it. You're in the back seat with it all.
That's not even my car. Like, I'm in the back seat. I'm in the back seat. Oh, that's the other trying to do whatever.
Oh, that's dumb. What?
There's nothing in that. There's nothing in that. You can open it. There's nothing there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been doing this too long, officer. I wouldn't put myself in harm's way like this. Like, this is not what I do. Like, yo, like I try to. All right, well, hop out for me.
Hey! Knock it off! You're jumping me! Knock it off! They're jumping me! It's touring over the street! Knock it off! Knock it off!
They're jumping me!
Foxtrot 2-3, you got...
I'm not going nowhere.
Ah!
I'm not going nowhere.
Sit your ass down.
I'm gonna sit down.
Okay, good.
They're jumping me!
Sit down. Yo.
I stand?
No, you need to
Sitting
sit
for
down.
3 hours. Sir, either you get in that seat or I'll put you in that seat.
I just told them.
Try
They
it.
touched me on a plane. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
They just tried it again on the shit.
I gotta keep it real for a second. What's the procedure? Seriously, what's the real procedure when somebody claims they're a gang member and the police pull up on them? Say it again. What's the procedure when the cops press you and you're living that lifestyle? I'm letting the people answer that one because the street's been whispering about Jim Jones for a long time now, and the talk never really stopped. There's always been questions around New York's own Jim Jones. Non-trad gangsters, Billy Badass, like he once called himself. And now there's brand new footage floating around from a traffic stop. And when you line it up with everything that came before it, the story starts looking real strange. This situation is shaking the whole block, and we gotta break it down. So I'm asking again, what's the procedure? Because lately, it feels like there ain't no procedure at all when somebody calls themselves New York City Rider Man, non-trade gangster, Billy Badass, and all that. Jim Jones keeps sliding out of situations that should have been way heavier, and the streets notice every time. And let's be honest, we didn't forget that phone call. Yeah, I gotta go there. I gotta take it all the way back because the history matters, and it hits different when you see this new footage popping up. Leading up to everything happening right now, let's keep it straight. I don't create the news, I just break it down. People remember those old wiretaps where everybody else got locked up, but Jim Jones somehow stayed untouched. And on that same call, you hear him saying 6ix9ine had to get violated and that the boy wasn't a gang member no more. Nobody forgot that because the history is loud. Then you got the love and hip hop moment where the so-called big non-trade gangster, the man calling himself a blood member, was pressing a regular civilian over some comments. Jim Jones always kept that gangster image in the spotlight and he pushed it heavy. So again, what's the procedure? But that's not all. People been wondering for years, what happened with that Georgia case? What happened during that other traffic stop? There's a bunch of pieces floating around that don't line up clean, and that's why everybody keeps watching closely. He always seems to slide out of situations smoother than expected, and it makes the whole thing even more confusing. I'm not claiming to be some genius, but I've been paying attention to New York City's Rider Man, and trust me, the pattern been right in front of everybody. And let me be clear, I'm not saying he told on anybody, that's not my lane. I'm just breaking down the questions people been asking for a long time. I'm not saying that at all, but let's be real. How many situations can stack up before people start asking real questions? Jim Jones had all these moments across his career, and the spotlight been on him heavy because he's a public figure. Everybody been watching his moves for years. VH1, Love and Hip Hop, all those shows, and every time something happens, the streets pay attention. People still ask what really happened with that one case, and they remember that airport moment too. He said he ended up getting into it with 2 white guys, and the clip floating around had him saying, "They was jumping me." And I'm just saying this as a civilian. Any regular person would look at that and say, okay, you gotta defend yourself because nobody wants to get outnumbered. But when somebody claims they're a gang member, when they claim they're a blood member, the question pops right back up. What's the procedure? As a gang member, what do you actually do in that moment?
That's a fact. Hey, he just canceled all the shows.
He ain't a gang member no more.
Nah, he ain't nothing.
That's what Shotty need to make sure he do.
Nah,
Tell that nigga that he's not a gang member no more. He kicked out the whip. He was never a gang member. Nigga, Shotty need to expose him.
Shit, this shit crazy, son. But he doing that to make K9 think he don't got no relationship with boy. That's what he trying to do. He trying to separate this shit.
That's cool, but now you gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated. Super duper, so.
They jumping me. It's 2 of them against me. Any regular civilian would say that. That reaction makes sense for somebody not living that street life because you trying to explain what happened and protect yourself. But do gang members tell the whole story like that, or do they just say, talk to my lawyer? That's where people get confused, and I'm trying to understand the rules that he been shouting out for years. I'm not gonna lie. They handled Jim Jones that day. All that gym work, all that training he posts, and 2 older men still had him in a tough spot. Just saying. And I get it. Maybe he was tired, maybe he wasn't ready, maybe he just wanted to go home, but the situation had people talking loud. He's in the airport, long flight, stressed. I get it. But as somebody claiming that gang lifestyle, are you really moving like this in that moment? I'm just asking the people. I need to know the reaction to this. Would you handle it the same way or not?
Details tonight about the arrest of rapper Jim Jones in Coweta County this week. Deputies say Jones was a passenger in a car that led police on a brief chase Wednesday night. And when deputies stopped the car, they say they found drugs inside. Fox 5's Doug Evans has the story from Coweta County, where he spoke with the deputy who made that stop.
It was late Wednesday night, just before midnight, when a Coweta County deputy says he saw a Mercedes SUV swerving on the highway on Interstate 85. He says the car was driven by 23-year-old Anna Miles. In the back seat was rapper Jim Jones, who's 41 years old and his real name is Joseph Jones. Eventually taken into custody, rapper Jim Jones, Darnell Wright, Jamal Smith, and Anna Miles. Deputies say all 4 are being charged with drug possession. The men are being charged with possession of a firearm and the commission of a crime. Deputies say they found a stolen handgun in the backseat where they say Jones and Jamal Smith were sitting. The driver, Anna Miles, she faces a charge of fleeing from police and aggravated assault.
If you really from that street life, drop it in the comments and let me know, because this clip is wild to break down. Is this the kind of thing you're supposed to save strictly for your lawyer, or are you supposed to be speaking on everything right there in front of the officers? As a regular civilian, I understand trying to explain yourself and just get home safe, especially after a long trip. But when you branding yourself as a gang member, as New York City's ride or man, the questions hit different and the cameras don't miss nothing. Body cams and wiretaps feel like Joe Mo's worst nightmare right now because every move is on record and the internet is watching. If the audience is giving him a pass for all this, cool, let the man rock. He's been representing New York on records for years. But what is the real procedure then? Now, there's footage from a 2018 arrest floating around, maybe tied to that Georgia situation, maybe not, but it's got everybody looking twice. In the clip, Jimmy is telling the police he's not trying to go to jail and clearly wants to avoid more trouble. They all get pulled over, there's a gun in the car, and you hear him say, "This is not my car." Listen, pay attention. I don't know, but let's keep it real. Some people are saying this is way too much talking on camera. If nobody claims anything in that car, then everybody goes in together. That's how a lot of us grew up. And honestly, we gotta start checking these street report cards because that matters when somebody pushes a certain image.
Hey! Stop it off!
You're jumping?
Knock it off! Knock it off!
It's 2 of them against me!
Knock it off! Knock it.
Me personally, I never gave a statement. I never talked to police. And if they approached me, the first thing out my mouth was, am I under arrest? If not, I need a lawyer present before I say anything. That was my procedure growing up. That was the rule, plain and simple. So let's run this clip again because I want to make sure everybody is hearing it the right way.
Get off!
They jumping me!
Box out 2-3, you got...
I'm not going nowhere.
Ah!
I'm not
sit
going
down.
nowhere.
Sit your
I'm
ass
gonna
down.
sit down.
Okay, good.
They jumping me!
Sit down. Yo.
I stand?
No, you need to
sitting
sit
for
down.
3 hours.
Sit down.
Sir, either you get in that seat or I'll put you in that seat.
I just told you.
Try
Touch
it.
me on a plane. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
They just tried to get on the shit.
Did Jim Jones talk too much in this moment? That's the question floating around heavy. The officer straight up tells him, everybody's getting charged because nobody's copped to it. And that's how these situations usually play out.
Protect myself.
Yes,
period.
that we just went to, and it was supposed to be dispersed, and then it's not.
The other guy got up, put his hands on me. So don't touch me. Also. Don't touch my hands. Okay. I grabbed him. Don't touch me. Pilot called them, walked out, asked me if I need help. I told the man put his hands on me.
I've been in spots like that, where the whole group sits down, waits for bail, and later on one person ends up taking responsibility. But even then, I wasn't telling police anything. I didn't know what was in the car, and I wasn't answering no questions beyond that. That was the code. So again, what's the procedure for somebody claiming that gang lifestyle? I'm not trying to overreach, but I understand why people are confused. Gang members don't usually sit there talking to police for that long, especially not someone calling himself New York City's Rider Man. People who represent a certain aura, a certain image, they usually move different in situations like this, and that's why the conversation is heating up. Do gang members even talk this much to the police? I'm not gonna jump out the window and say he told on anybody. That's for the people living that life to decide, because he's the one representing that image.
His friend is the one that jumped on me and tried to help him out for no reason. They don't even know.
Is he with anybody?
I don't know who he's with. He was on my flight. At some point, the gentleman, what happened as he's talking to me? He's talking to me. He's talking. I'm walking to the escalator. I get on the escalator. He's still talking shit. He does a fake push move, a bunch of it. I grab him. Now we gotta go for it. Okay. I'm tumbling down the escalator. He comes out of nowhere. He don't even know him. Jumps on top of me like, you was talking shit.
He knows I got on the plane. They started with him on the plane. Those two got into it. Those two got into it with him on the plane. We got a little physical.
This guy is talking shit to him on the way down. I guess it makes a flinch and fight. So you know the bell bing. I got up. Tried to go to the joint. A couple people got up. One of these came out semi-rape. I turned around. I'm like, calm down, it's not that serious. The other dude jumped up, wants to his father, and put his hand on me like he was on some tough shit. I grabbed him and said, calm down, let's go on a plane. It's not gonna work, calm down. Stewardess came, I said, I don't want a problem, I just want to get off the plane. I said, cool. The captain asked me before I leave, would you like to do anything? I said, no, I want to leave. Cool. Walking there, the guy's walking behind me. You know how you feel somebody? I turn around, like, what's up, bro? Please don't do this. Like, don't do this. Start saying some profanities. Say it back to him, like, yo, bro, you're gonna get yourself in a bad situation.
I'm just keeping it real, and every time new footage drops, whether it's rappers or anybody claiming to be a gangster or a big dog, you see them standing there explaining everything to officers, and it never matches the persona they push. I grew up around gang members my whole life. I seen the real thing up close. When police walk up, nobody talks, nobody explains, nobody tries to help the officers figure out what happened. I was the same way. I never made a case easier for them, because the moment you start saying things like, that's not mine, that's not my car, you're indirectly pointing at somebody else, most likely the driver. That's why people look at this clip sideways, because the rules of the street say you keep quiet until your lawyer shows up. Body cams and phones are turning into Jim Jones's worst enemy right now, because every moment gets recorded and replayed online. And the reason people dig into his background so hard is because he always puts out that gangster persona nonstop. When you sell that image, the world watches every move under a microscope.
I'm getting charged with all of this.
No, everybody's getting charged with it. You're in the back seat with it all.
That's not even my car. Like, I'm in the back seat. Oh, that's them trying to get whatever they're trying to do.
It's like it's open.
There's nothing in that. If you open it, there's nothing there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been doing this too long, officer. I wouldn't put myself in harm's way like this. Like, this is not what I do. Like, yo, like
At this point, he might as well step up and say, I'm a civilian. I'm not out here trying to be a gangster, because that would make everything way clearer. When Hocus 4/5 came out with that drop your flag challenge, supporting it from the start would have actually shown he was standing with the people instead of keeping up an image. But instead, the fake tough guy act kept going, and everybody can see right through it now. This whole gangster persona turned into a myth, just a character that doesn't match how he moves when real pressure shows up. It even feels like he's one step away from something he's been avoiding for years, and that's why folks are paying attention to every detail. I'm just being real. What's the procedure for somebody claiming that lifestyle? Because the way he talks when police pull up doesn't line up with being a gang member. Real street guys don't break down stories for officers, no matter the situation, no matter the pressure. You're supposed to keep calm, stay quiet, and let the lawyers handle everything.
I'm getting charged with all of this.
No, everybody's getting charged with it. You're in the back seat with it all.
That's not even my car. Like, I'm in the back seat. I'm in the back seat. Oh, that's them trying to get whatever they're trying to do.
Oh, that's dumb. What?
There's nothing in that. There's nothing in that. If you open it, there's nothing there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been doing this too long, officer. I wouldn't put myself in harm's way like this. Like, this is not what I do. Like, yo, like I try to.
All right, well, hop out for me.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So, get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this situation. Every voice matters, because a lot of these online personas are built on fake stories, fake reputations, and characters that disappear when the cameras roll. And if you're not living that life for real, just say it from the jump. That's fair, that's honest, and nobody can clown you for that. Make sure you subscribe to Dripzine, drop a like, comment, and share this video, and help the algorithm push this story further by clicking the Hype This Video button. Appreciate you.